Hi everybody, I'm Emily and I'm here at the beautiful Thyme Garden in Alsea, Oregon, and I have a great demonstration for you today. We are going to demonstrate how to successfully plant a plant into the ground. This is an ideal day for planting because, as you'll notice, it's overcast. Plants do a lot better when you're transplanting them if it's a cooler day, so you can consider planting towards the evening, which gives them all night to adjust to their new settings, or wait for cooler days that are followed by rain, which is what we have in the forecast. So if you're going to be a very detail-oriented planter, check your weather and get to the garden. We've got this nice area prepped here for some Tulsi basil. And I wanted to show you two different Tulsi basil plants we have here. One was planted a little bit earlier, and you can see it's already got some flower heads and seed heads started there. This one is younger. So which one do you think would be better to plant? The younger one. Plants, once they start into their flowering stage, aren't going to be quite as inclined to do roots and start growing. So if you do have a plant in the flowering stage like this, you may want to go ahead and prune off some of those flower heads. You also want at your place a bucket for your prunings. You can think about what shape you're making here with it, or you can just go willy-nilly. Here we go. We've got a nice pruned back one. With this other one, we also will just go ahead and prune those off. As you may know, with basil, to get a nice full bush, you can start removing those flower heads to kind of promote that other leafy growth. The next step will be laying out our plants. So we're just going to get them a nicely spaced here, give them room to grow. It's always hard to imagine how big a plant may get, but on the tags of most plants you will find their total height, which also can be an indicator of how big they might get. These will be about 2 feet, so I'm going to make a nice little hedge of Tulsi basil here. Another important part of planting is labeling. So we've got a label ready, and we're sticking it right in there. Okay. Once we have our plants laid out, we're going to move the first one aside and start prepping our hole. I like to make a nice generous space for that plant so that once it's in there and its roots start going, it has room to grow. Loosen up the soil here. Remove any rocks you might find. And then the next step is to take about 2 tablespoons of all-purpose fertilizer. We use down-to-earth organic all-purpose fertilizer. We put that right in there and stir it around like we're making a delicious soil fertilizer soup. Delicious. All right, pull that off to the side so you've got some space for your plant. Tag comes out. I encase the plant with my hand, flip it upside down, and give it a little pressure on the bottom. Ta-da! Now with this plant, as it's more mature, it's got quite a bit of root at the bottom. I'm going to gently loosen these up, maybe even remove a little bit of that older growth to stimulate new growth. We call that tickling the roots. Now I'm going to pop them right back in here, settle it in, and gently smooth the soil back around it. What we like to do is make sure that the height of the plant is just a tiny bit below the height of the rest of the bed. We call this welling. And when you create that well, it promotes the water that you're going to put on there for your last step to get right there into the plant, give it a nice drink and settle it in. So also at our station here, we've got a nice bucket of water with a little bit of B vitamin in there. That helps the plant stimulate its roots also, get it settled in. We use about a half a cup of the B vitamin to 5 gallons of water. And now you're set. You've got your first plant in there and you're ready to go. Thanks for watching today. It's been a great time just telling you all about how we plant here, and we hope to see you soon at the nursery.